Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done Scott got a tail that's brown. Green Sally up, green Sally down. Last done Scott got a tail that's brown. Sally up, green Sally down. Last done Scott got a tail that's brown. Sally up, green Sally down. Last done Scott got a tail that's brown. Sally up, green Sally down. Last done Scott got a tail that's brown.
We're on! Yay! And we're not in black.
We're not in black.
We're not in black.
We are
We don't
here,
have
Billy.
we don't have color bars across our heads.
We're on live TV.
We are live.
And tonight is a special episode of The Edge. It's the first episode of The Edge of 2016.
Yes.
And we've already been threatened.
Yes.
We've been threatened.
We've been threatened.
Yes, we have. Our director, no names, rhymes with Larco Laikalelio.
Like a Lelio.
Whenever he gets, he said he will, what did he say? He'll put us in black?
He'll put us in black for the whole hour.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't care.
And a whole
doesn't
hour.
care.
Doesn't care.
Nope.
No.
That's what he does.
No integrity.
No integrity. Nope.
Sort of like Pratt Whitney.
Oh, my God.
I can say that.
Well,
see, he works for it, but I can say it because,
yeah, he doesn't care.
He doesn't
care about us.
he doesn't care about us.
He just wants to go in the booth, hang out.
Eat a Subway, and that's it.
No, I don't think he's eating at Subway these days. Popeyes.
No, we'll work for
Oh,
food, yes. No. Actually, he's going to Chick-fil-A.
I heard, yes.
DB's bringing him to Chick-fil-A.
So, I don't know the story, but I don't know whose idea this was to go to Chick-fil-A. Was it Bauer's idea or was it Marco's idea?
Well, I think it probably was, my guess is it was probably Marco's idea. If you want me to continue to work for me, I want Chick-fil-A.
You think Marco said that to him?
Yes.
Like, see, I don't know.
Yes, he will work for food
You know
and he's
what?
flashing it up there. Yes.
What he does,
He's a manipulator.
yeah, a little bit. He manipulates a little bit.
A little bit.
But a little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah,
there
that's what
we
I'm talking
go.
about. Every time.
Every time. Of course, I'm showing, never
I
mind.
know, forget about it.
And what the heck is this? Now we're going dark.
I know.
Are we on?
Essentially,
Are we down?
essentially, people out there, he is striking right now
Yes.
on live TV. That's why you don't see a picture.
Yes.
So, all right.
Oh no, but are we up top
Are
or
we up
down
top
below?
or bottom? Where's the monitor? Marco, what monitor are we? Because the bottom one is black. Oh, no wonder why.
Okay.
Oh, hey, he just called us an idiot.
You know,
You know,
again, how come we don't have flat screen TVs in here?
yeah, I know. You know what? The show is only 4 minutes
Wait. All I can say is you pay what you get for what you get.
No, Comcast. Oh,
See?
here he goes. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you know what's going to happen? It's going to be very bad, a bad situation.
Yes.
It's going to be a very bad
And it
situation.
doesn't look good when
You know.
the Cable Advisory Board chair,
Yes.
the vice chair, and the secretary are all doing this stuff all
Yeah, and
together.
you're
And you're the secretary, and you're doing all this
No,
stuff.
and don't.
And we know where you live.
And the former secretary's back there too.
Yes.
You know, he says, I don't want
Oh,
responsibilities.
but what happened? And Gary got stuck doing it last week. Last time.
Well, last time.
Last
yeah.
time, yes.
Quit.
Quit.
Look,
Sort of like twit.
you know what? People out there in TV land, viewers, we don't control what the people in the booth do.
No.
There's two separate shows. It's
Yes.
like DC Comics mythology, right?
Yes.
There's Earth 1, the good Earth,
And then
right?
there's,
and Earth 2,
which is back there.
back there, Earth 2. They're like bizarros, and they're carbon
Bizarro.
copies, man. That's out of control.
It is out of
It's
control.
like, really, it's like two shows.
It is.
There's two shows lately. Your
Yes.
show's the same thing.
Yes, I know.
That we're nice on
Because
there,
because
quiet.
they want food.
They want food.
That's what I keep hearing. They want food.
They want food.
I
I will buy them food.
you will buy them
I
food.
have a Dairy Queen gift card if they calm down. But not until they calm down. I will get them a blazer. What do you call them?
a blazer, a blizzard, a blizzard, a blazer.
Blazer.
And he puts this. Oh, no. See, now that gets you no. That gets you no Dairy Queen.
No, forget it.
That
He's
gets
done.
you.
No.
That gets you the finger.
No, you know what?
And not this one either.
know-
The one between the lines, baby, is what it gets you. So I'm just saying, you become a wise guy. We become a wise guy.
Now, people
back.
at home, this is
You
not
may be Brooklyn, but we're Middletown.
Oh, yes.
Remember that.
in the house. people at home, this is not shtick. No, they always go too far.
Yes.
And I think Gary's behind it a little bit.
I
Gary
do
Alden.
too.
Yeah,
Gary's retired.
Yeah,
so
he's retired now.
he's
He's getting
retired.
cocky now. He's getting very
Yeah.
cocky.
He doesn't want to, because I already asked him, is he going to work at Walmart as a greeter? Nah.
Oh, he doesn't want to do that?
Then I asked him, he's going to go work at, like Taco Bell, delivering tacos. Nah, I don't want to do that.
No, they don't deliver tacos, do they?
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Well,
Everybody delivers.
So what does Gary want to do? Even though I could ask him, he's 5 feet.
You know what Gary wants to do? You know what Gary wants to do?
What?
He wants to control his dungeon. He wants to make sure that they make money for him, and that's what he wants to do. Dungeon time.
No, you know what the weird part is?
What?
What if he ended up? What if Netflix did a show on him? We were joking about it for 10 years. And
all of a sudden there's Gary.
Gary Alden making a murderer. He's like. Can you imagine? A 10-part miniseries. Then we interview Marco. I never knew.
And pull Marco. Marco would be like, I never knew.
I never knew.
I never knew.
I never knew.
I never went to his house. We just had Chick-fil-A, and we went to Popeyes.
Oh my God.
And now I can't go to Popeyes because no longer Gary doesn't work down there no more.
So they don't get the fried food anymore.
They don't
right?
get the fried food. They have to go to KFC. And they get the new Kentucky hot chicken. I don't know.
Have they been going to KFC? Do you know?
I don't know.
I didn't see any evidence out there tonight.
No, I saw no evidence of food, period.
Okay.
Because they're trying to make us buy food.
Oh yeah, those guys. They're getting ruthless.
Yeah, I know.
They're like Murtaugh and Riggs.
They are, Murtaugh and Riggs.
Yeah.
One wants to poke you in the eye, the other wants to kick you in the, you know what.
Oh my God.
I'm drinking tea. If anybody's curious, it's tea.
So,
chamomile.
Folks, I have a full show planned, but we had. You know what?
Listen.
You're not going. We're not going there.
No.
We're not going. I don't even know where that is.
I know where it is, but
we're not going there.
BB King, Burger King, baby.
10 nuggets for $1.49.
Yeah, 10 nuggets for $1.49. You can say what kind of
We're
food.
literally fighting with a crew. We're fighting with a crew. Oh my God. You know what?
You know what it is? Because you know what it comes down to?
Yeah.
He's gotten arrogant because he's got Ronnie Banham bringing him food now. So Ronnie Banham is bringing him food.
I thought he doesn't bring it. He does bring it?
No, he does. He brings him food now.
Wow.
Didn't say what he brought him.
No, I don't know. I don't know what he brought. What, a sandwich?
Probably.
Oh.
A biscuit.
A biscuit.
A biscuit.
But here's my theory, and I'm totally changed my theory about the Marco Gary dynamic. Yes. I think Gary is in charge.
Yes.
Because Gary's quiet, listens, but every once in a while he mumbles.
It's like the Godfather. Think about it. It's like Sally, who just passed away today.
Well, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. And then it's like, what's his name?
Clemenza.
Clemens.
So who's Clemenza? Marco's
Marco's.
Clemenza.
No.
Marco's Clemenza, right?
No. He is.
He thinks with the muscle, tries to scare you.
He's got the bigger mouth. And then Gary sits back and he contemplates. And he's the one who.
He's like Claudius.
Yes.
Claudius. I Claudius. Yeah. They get nervous now. They get nervous because now they're looking it up on their phones right now. Claudius. So
I Claudius.
So
yes,
we did about 9 minutes on them.
Not bad.
No, that's good.
9 minutes. You got more press tonight than you ever do.
Yeah,
from any other
that's
show.
right. That's right.
So always remember that. While you guys can give us grief, we give you press. Everybody else just lets you watch
the show. That's so predictable. Look at that shot. Look at that ridiculous
shot.
You know what?
That's why they get paid the way they do.
It's horrible.
Oh, that's right. We can't even pay him. That's in the contract.
We're not allowed.
We're not allowed to pay him.
All right. Now, tonight's show, as we just.
And I'm still wondering how much it would take for him to do the big GC show.
Yeah, that's a good question.
GC.
Yeah. Because I say $1 million.
I say Zerio's Pizza.
Live TV, man. All right. Now, what we're going to do today, if I can ever set it up, which I probably can't, we're taking calls at
613-613-3031.
Oh, that's
860-613-3031.
So call us the first half of the show. Look at it. He's
never?
What does that mean? Oh, I know.
For pizza, you would do it.
He would.
For pizza,
he would sell out. If there's fried dough.
He bought you a big pizza, salad, the whole 9 yards. You were doing it. You'd be there.
In fact, we were off talking about him, and he gets involved.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
He would.
I'll do it for pizza.
If they had pizza frita.
Oh, yeah. It's all over.
Ravioli.
Oh, no. You know what he'd do it for?
Meat lasagna.
He'd do it for some pho.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he'd do it for pho in a heartbeat.
Oh.
Don't say no because we know your pho heart.
If they took him to Typhoon.
It'd be all over.
Oh, yeah. He'd be like, I'll do it.
Have you tried the pho 170 yet?
No, I haven't, he said.
What the hell's wrong with you? So you're going to try it. I'm going to try it.
Where do you buy
It's
that?
at Metro Square.
Oh, cool.
Metro Square. New.
All right.
3 Thai places now.
All right.
John.
So we give them 10 minutes, man.
10 minutes and they did more than they deserve.
I know.
All
Out of
right.
control. Now, listen, the show tonight, Billy.
Yes.
People can call us.
Yes.
Seb Giuliano's supposed to come later
Sometime
on.
tonight.
Sometime tonight. And he's at a meeting, and that's fine. For the first half of the show, we're going to do topics.
Okay.
You know some of them, and some of them you don't know. And
Yes.
Billy might add a topic or two.
Yep.
But I have about a bunch of
400 topics.
No, I don't have 400 topics. So
Start the first one.
the first one, it says Abe Vigoda.
Yeah.
There it goes.
We talked a little bit about Fish
Yeah.
from Barney Miller.
He played. Yeah, Abe Vigoda was an actor.
Right.
And he played Detective Fish in
Yes.
Barney Miller.
Yep.
Did you like Barney Miller?
I love Barney Miller. I actually wrote that on my Facebook today. I said he will always be known to me as Fish
Yes.
and Sally
Right.
from Godfather. He was
Right.
great in Godfather.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I had to make the deal, Michael. You know
it
I would
wasn't
never.
personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't
He said,
personal.
Tom, is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything you can do for me? Sorry, Sally.
Sorry, Sally. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff.
So yeah, Abe Vigoda.
Finally, because everybody had him dead for years.
Yeah.
But he finally passed away, which is a sad thing. He was 94 years
Yeah.
old. Godspeed, Abe Vigoda, and Misha. What he used to do that they went down.
Yeah.
He did some of his later movies in life where he take his teeth out
I
and
know
stuff
he
like
was in
that.
the John Travolta movie.
Yes,
Look
he
Who's
was.
Talking.
Look Who's Talking. He was good in
Yeah.
that. He was
But
good in that.
was he Italian? I don't think so.
I don't think he
I
was.
don't think he was Italian in real life. Not that it
I
matters.
think he was Greek. I think.
Yeah.
Which is close. I mean, they're close. I mean, they're not
He-
separated by
but
much.
he even looked old
When he
in The
was young.
Godfather.
Oh yeah, in The Godfather, and you're talking that was 50 years ago, almost
Yeah,
40 years ago.
72.
72. So 40 plus years ago, he looked old then.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if you ever watch The Godfather, it's so funny because, he's just like a second level guy.
Yes.
He's got his own family, it's alluded to.
Yep.
He's got, the Tessio family, and
Yep.
then the other guy is Clemenza. And they
Clemenza.
both work underneath Don Vito Corleone, who was
Right.
Marlon Brando.
Right.
He did such a quiet performance.
Yes.
It was a very good performance in that
Yep.
movie. And then he went on, like you said, to play Detective Fish in Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
And then also a show called Fish,
Right.
right?
Right. He actually had his own show for a year.
Yeah, and that was a whole different
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
When he was on Fish, it was an ensemble, and
Yes.
all these detectives, and very rarely did they leave the precinct.
No, they
Once
never.
in a while.
Yeah, very rarely though. And they
Well-
also had, remember Jack Wu was on.
Jack Wu, yeah.
Yeah, who passed away like in 1980 or so.
Well, Jack Wu actually passed away during the show.
During the show, right.
He
They
made
actually
the
had a-
worst coffee. That was the.
Yes, he made the worst coffee, and they actually had a memorial for him on
Yeah,
the show.
right.
Barney Miller and what's his name?
Wojciechowicz.
Wojciechowicz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Max Gale.
Yep. Max Gale.
There
Yep.
was Max Gale.
That was a good show.
Oh, it was a really good show.
It was
good timing.
Oh yeah, the timing was great.
Yeah, good.
They were professionals, and it was a funny show, and it was, and again, it was the 70s. Gets criticized for some of the shows they had.
But it
as
was clean. It was very
It was
clean.
a clean,
But it was funny.
funny, and you could have a clean, funny show. That's what it just tells you.
Yeah, it was. It was so you never knew what they were. They were quick. They were
Yes.
quick.
Yeah.
Who else? Inspector Luger would come.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
He was so
a
crazy.
Oh, he was a nut.
He'd have the trench coat.
Well, he reminds me of the character from MASH. Remember when the lieutenant would come
Colonel
in?
Flagg.
Colonel Flagg.
Yep.
Colonel Flagg would come in.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Colonel Flagg because he was nutty
Crazy.
like him, crazy, yeah, and he would
Like,
come in. So
like
it was,
some people we know.
yeah,
Yeah.
Marco.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Again with the
Abe
dumb shit.
Vigoda Jr. back there.
So yeah. So Barney Miller though, it's funny. I don't see it on syndicated. I don't see it on Nick at Night, or I don't see it on
Someone's got
MeTV.
to.
I haven't
Someone
seen
has to own a thing. You know what I'll do is that after the show, or if anybody knows where we can find Barney
it.
Miller,
Yeah, give us a call.
give us a call.
Yeah.
At 613-860-30.
613-31.
860-30.
613-31.
All right.
So yeah, call us.
If you know where Abe is, I mean, we don't know where Abe is, but if you know where Barney Miller is, please call us. Let us know if it's in syndication somewhere. It's got to be in syndication. They made enough years of it.
Oh
so,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that Hal Linden was great.
Oh, Hal Linden was awesome in that.
Ron Glass.
Yeah, Ron Glass was very good. I couldn't think of his
Detective
name.
Harris.
Yep, Detective Harris.
He was a novelist. Too.
Yep.
Tried to write books.
Yeah, he tried to write books.
Blood
Yep.
on the Badge was the name
Oh,
of
and
the
what's
book.
his name? Real intelligent guy.
Steve Carroll?
Steve
No,
Carroll.
not
No.
Steve. It's similar.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. He had the glasses and stuff like
He was
that.
in History of the World Part 1.
History of the World Part 1.
Oh, no, the blonde guy.
Yes.
Oh, my
You know
God.
what I'm talking about? I can't think of
Yeah,
his
I
name.
know exactly who you're talking about. He died about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was excellent. So someone call my cell
Someone's
phone.
calling.
Really, call my
Well,
cell
don't
phone.
Call the cell phone. Call the
You know,
number.
you know, call the number. That's what we
Who's
have
on
it there.
your
Let's
cell
see.
phone? We gotta
Let's,
get the show moving.
I don't know who it is.
Who is it?
Someone wants me to follow them. I'm not following them.
No, we don't have time for that.
Twitter's not on right now. So I got to turn
Steve Lansdale.
Steve, that's it.
Steve Lansdale, right?
Actually, very good, straight comedian. Actually, very funny guy.
He was so dry.
He was dry, sort of like a David Bauer.
No, but
No,
quicker,
in a-
quicker.
in a-
Yeah, I know
quicker,
what you
but
mean.
no, no, but similar. I mean,
yeah.
and that's not a shot. That's actually really cool. I mean, I like Dave a lot. So this guy was sort of
but
a little different, but very intelligent.
A lot of these guys you never saw again.
No,
I know Ron Glass was in Firefly, right? The science fiction show.
That's
Max
right.
Gale showed up on Mad Men, the second to last episode.
yes.
He had a beard and everything.
Yeah.
But
Well,
a
I
lot
mean,
of
you remember the show was done in the late 70s, early 80s. I mean, that's a long time. It's 30 years ago, over 30 years ago.
and there was another funny guy, Ron Carey. Ron Carey he was short. And he used to kind of make fun of him a lot.
Oh,
He
God.
He dressed in the blues originally.
Yes, he dressed in the blues,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
And then he finally got to dress like a detective,
Ron Carey,
right.
was in, Mel Brooks movie, History of the World Part 1.
Yep.
So, wow, Abe Vigoda.
So we went through a lot of things here. Again, Abe, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless your family.
What other
Many of
movies
them-
was he in, though? I mean, I know Look Who's Talking, the first
He was
one.
talking. He was also in. He also played Grandpa in another movie where he was the. And I can't think
Prancer, right, with the reindeer.
Was it?
I think so. I don't know these.
Yeah, but I mean, he's played in a lot of movies, older movies. I mean, he hasn't played in a long time.
No, I mean,
I think he was having diminishing facilities. And again, he was one of the people. You always thought he was dead already. Well, now, regretfully so, Abe Vigoda has passed on.
yeah, I know.
So that's a shame. 94 years old, not that old.
No,
And the reason I say that because I'm 52 and I'm only 42
and everybody,
years away.
you say the name Abe Vigoda, boom, fish or
Fish,
Tessio.
Tessio,
That's it. It's
right.
amazing.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yep. All right, what's number two? young
Number
man?
2 was the bank robbery yesterday in Middletown.
Yes.
So listen to this.
And then I have something to tell you.
Okay. Oh, I'm scared because I got to tell everybody out there something. Now here's the description of the bank robber: white male, late 40s or early 50s,
yes.
balding. Oh boy, 5'10", 5'11".
Black coat.
Yeah, it says it
He
right
had a
here. It
black
says
coat.
black coat.
And I don't have my black coat with me tonight, but a black coat.
Call the cops. Call the cops.
And that's my bank. It's my
On
bank.
Main Street, right?
It's my bank on Main Street, Liberty.
Were you there? Where were you yesterday?
And here's the funny thing.
Oh my! Don't
Here's
tell
the
me.
funny
Don't
thing.
get-
Here's the funny
Don't
thing.
incriminate yourself.
No, I'm not going to incriminate myself. No, they caught the guy. I was
It
driving.
looks like
I was,
you a little bit.
I was
Looks
coming
like
across.
an Irish shoe.
Yeah, he was a little nutty though. A little nuttier than me. I'm driving back across the bridge, and there's 2 cop cars on the bridge. Up on the bridge because he had talked about, I guess he was going to kill himself.
Oh.
And then when I came down off the bridge from Portland, because I went to go have coffee at Cumberland Farms, they have dollar coffees, nice and cheap. I come down off the bridge, and there's 7 cop cars in an ambulance.
Oh.
Right as go up the bridge, go up to Portland,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Middletown side. And I presume that they were there looking for him or getting him.
Yeah.
So that's what happened, but I guess he had threatened to kill himself,
Slit
and
his throat,
he had a knife out, he cut himself,
Oh my God.
and he wanted him to kill him and stuff like that. So
the dye pack went off. This
the
is
dye
what-
pack
yeah.
went off, and he ended up throwing the money into the snow.
Oh, really? So I didn't hear that part. How
Yep.
much did he get?
It was 50. He asked for 50s and 100s.
Well,
I would ask for 5s and 10s, but that's a
Yeah,
different
right.
story.
I would
Well,
ask
'cause
for
anything
change.
that was unmacked, yeah, give me change. Give me a
me
bag of change. Anybody comes after me, I'm pegging him with the chain. I'm going to what are those machines called?
A Coinstar.
Coinstar.
Yeah.
I'm getting me some cards for Chili's and
No, I know.
99.
Now, can you imagine Gary Aubin trying to rob the bank? Oh my God.
Ah.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
And who would be his accomplice? The
Oh,
guy out there with the
Marco,
Altima.
No, yeah, he would drive the car with a license plate. It
That
would be
says,
so easy to pick him up.
I kite. I kite.
Oh my God. So,
He takes on the thing.
oh my God, bank robbery. This is Main Street, Middletown.
Yes.
But this
I
was,
think the guy, I honestly believe that the guy was trying to get caught. This was a way for him to scream out for attention. He wasn't happy because he turned himself, he basically turned himself in. He said he was going to kill himself, then he
Yeah.
wanted to be shot.
yeah.
Being held at $100,000 or $200,000 bond. It's
Well, it's a federal offense. right?
better. Oh, yeah, it's a big offense. So, I mean.
But this isn't like Robert De Niro in Heat.
No.
Like 7
no,
guys
no,
and
no,
a
no,
plan.
No. And this wasn't like Dog Day Afternoon.
Oh my God. With
Which was
hostages.
a great movie with
Yeah,
hostages and
it's
stuff.
a real good movie.
No. This guy got the money and ran, and then the pack blew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, he got caught. Good job by Middletown Police, State Police. Good
So they-
job keeping them safe, keeping us safe, and we thank you.
They caught him right away, or what happened?
They caught him within an hour or two.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the guys actually knew his number, and he actually called him on a cell phone. He's somebody they had dealt with before.
Really?
Yep. So innocent to proven guilty, but I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, I would say so.
I would say so.
Yeah.
So yes, we had some action in Middletown. Thank God nobody was hurt. That's all I have to say.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. All right, want to move on?
Yeah, number 3.
Common Core math. Now, Common Core math takes something that should be simple,
Yes.
a simplistic item like doing math, and it adds 12 steps.
Why?
I don't know, because that's what they want to do.
They want to take the obvious and make it more
Right.
unobvious, make it difficult. And
And
I don't understand
And
why
in
they show
some
you
cases, they
steps.
want to explain why.
Right.
I mean, yeah, logically, you can say 2 times 2 is 4, and then the reason why. But when you're doing multiple equations and so
Right.
forth, it's ridiculous. And these textbooks are getting thicker and thicker, and they're coming. They all come from the same place. There's a lot of money to be made in
Well,
Common
that's
Core.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
My point on this, I will not go into this big time, but I will say this: Common Core, Nobody Left Behind, No Child Left Behind, all this stuff. Please, let's get let's get the government out of it.
Yes.
Make it local. Be done with it.
Sure.
Local people know how to deal with it better.
Of course you do.
And just go from there. This is just ridiculous, and it's a way to spend our tax dollars and waste it on stupid stuff like this.
I agree. But I would say, who's getting rich off this? And there's always people getting rich. They have race to the top,
Yep.
rich to the top. I mean,
Yep. Rich at the top. Middletown, Connecticut's always finished just out of the money.
Yep.
Why, I don't know. I mean, considering our governors kissed the president's butt more often
Oh
than
my
anybody.
God! Did you see him at the State of the Union address? That was
Yeah.
horrible.
Oh, you mean with yeah. And they brought him there and they invited him in the box because his state's taken off the progressive ways of how Obama wants to do things. And yet, look at our people leaving the state. Now,
It's like the #1 state, that being
yes,
the biggest exodus ever. right?
Exodus,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. And money's going down, but yet,
It's-
yet
but-
people elected
yeah.
Malloy again. So all I have to say is anybody who voted for Malloy, you're stuck with them. There's no recall, which there should be. Other states have it. Why we don't have it, we
know.
should.
It's crazy. It's insane. I mean, there's so many F-ups.
But here's the best thing is that in 2016 in November, you can recall your state representative or state senator who's been voting along with this person all the time, Matt Lesser.
But do you really think that's going to happen, though?
Honestly,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No. Because misery loves company. I don't know.
No, or
Common sense doesn't add up
Right.
to votes.
right. I mean,
People like free stuff.
people like free stuff. Absolutely. Yeah.
Of course, I'm drinking free tea, so I mean,
Free water.
free water. Yeah. Well, it's not free. Someone pays for it.
Right. Well, that's true. There's no such thing as a
Yeah, but
free
no,
item.
common core math, again, we're behind in sciences, we're behind in maths not because of this, we're behind because we have to make, and the thing that's funny is that we have to make it more interesting, but when we went to school, and I'm going back to the 80s and 70s and stuff like that, we were always in the top 5 in everything in the world.
I know.
Now we're in the 30s.
Well, what does that tell you?
Well, it tells you all this progress and all the stuff that they're supposedly making better made it worse.
Right. Well, a lot of things too is that everything old should be used again.
Yes, it
I'll give you
should.
an example. 2 things. Star Wars, the new movie, is kind of like the old movie.
Yes.
It's better. I'm being silly, by the way.
Yes.
But in a way, it's true. We used to memorize things.
Yep.
We weren't always distracted.
Yep.
And we focus on what we're doing. And now they bring in these things into the classroom.
These things.
Yeah, right. All these new gimmicks and so forth, and forget about it.
Well, the funny thing is, too, is you go, and I'll do this, you go to a restaurant, you see a table full of kids.
Yes.
Even some adults, too, I will say.
No names.
And they're all sitting there, and they're, nobody communicates.
Well,
nobody eye to eye, no more communication like that. What is wrong with our
That's a
country?
big problem.
It is.
Well, what's society? I mean, yeah.
It's society. And it is. It's our problem, and we've got to deal with it, and then we've got to stop, personal responsibility, something that people don't take. There is none.
Well, for the young people, they don't know any better because their parents let them do it.
Yeah. And you're a teacher, so you do
Teacher
it
and a
yourself all the
parent.
time.
Yeah, it's very difficult. But give us a call at 860-30.
613-31.
That's 860-30.
613-31.
Oh, you know what? I thought the logo would be up.
I know. I thought the logo would be
No
up
logo.
too.
No logo.
No logo. They're back there talking about potpourri or something. Who knows?
Potpourri.
Potpourri.
All right, let's do the next topic.
What's the next topic?
David Bowie, Glenn Frey passed away. Both of these rock legends. So I didn't
Glitter rock, David Bowie.
but classic rock
Classic
too.
rock, but I mean, he was
Punk rock.
He was punk. He was punk before punk. He was glitter. He wore makeup. Ziggy Stardust.
Yes.
He was Ziggy Stardust, and he came in. His name was Davy Jones. David
Yes, very
Jones,
good.
and he had to change his name to David Bowie because there was already a Davy Jones with the Monkees.
Yep.
So he changed his name to David Bowie, and the rest is history after Ziggy Stardust.
And Bowie comes from the Bowie knife.
Bowie knife, right? Yep.
Yes, he took the Bowie from the American hunting knife.
Yep.
But Bowie, Bowie was just fabulous.
No,
And Glenn Frey was too. We'll get to him
Oh,
in
yeah,
a minute. But
yeah.
Bowie was just, like you said,
Yeah.
I mean, Ziggy Stardust is such a good album.
Oh God, yes.
It's crazy.
And it's early 70s. I mean, it was coming out right after Woodstock and the rest of that. It was a change in music. And again, music went through changes. You had Elvis to the Beatles,
Right.
the Beatles to Woodstock to Ziggy Stardust type music.
It
We
was-
got into more.
Right, and David Bowie, yes, he was
David
British.
Bowie led the
but
way.
unlike the Beatles, he was different.
Right.
Although he did work with John Lennon on a few songs later
Yep.
on, Fame being one of them. But yeah, I mean, Rebel. I mean,
Rebel,
it's
Rebel.
Just, what a song. I mean, what a song.
Great song.
Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Yep.
I mean, what a song.
Yep.
I mean, these guys are just, and he was a great actor.
Yep.
People,
People forget that.
what's the movie? Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. He was very good in Labyrinth.
Yeah, Labyrinth. The Man Who Fell to Earth. He was in the movie, not Peter Jackson, you know the movie, the Christopher Nolan movie. They were the
Christopher Nolan.
magicians.
Yes,
Magicians.
yes. Magicians.
He had a
That's right.
mustache.
Yes,
He was
he was-
so good in that movie.
Yes. He was multi-talented. He really
David
was.
Bowie was very good. He was so calm. Like
Yep.
he
He
was
had
like
a good his persona was very calm too.
yeah, he was very calm and cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he had cancer for 3 years or 2
Yeah,
years.
he had cancer for a while, and he knew at the end he was going, and his wife did, and
Yeah.
so it was really sad. But David Bowie will definitely be missed,
Yeah.
and of course Glenn Frey.
Well, Glenn Frey, let me share like a story about Glenn Frey, which is
Okay.
funny. Glenn Frey was with the Eagles, right?
Yes.
But remember, I was a little kid in the 70s. So I
Yes.
really, I was born in 71. The Eagles were huge. I mean,
Yes,
but you know where I know Glenn Frey from was
Miami
Miami
Vice.
Miami Vice.
yes, I had a feeling
Glenn
you were going to say Miami
Frey.
Vice.
He was an actor.
Yes, and he played in episode. Was it the second?
He was a smuggler.
He was a smuggler.
He knows
Smuggler's
it.
Blues, right?
Smuggler's Blues.
Yes, and he wrote the song.
Yes.
So I didn't really know Glenn Frey from the Eagles.
Eagles,
because
right.
why would I?
Right.
I don't think my parents had that album.
No.
And my parents had a lot of albums, but they didn't
Hotel
have much-
California.
They didn't have that album. or the Eagles'
Desperado. I mean, he
Greatest
had
Hits.
some great
Yeah.
music. Oh my God, he was a
And
great
then-
writer.
And then I remember going to Xavier High School because
Yeah.
Miami Vice was the show.
Yeah.
Back then in the '80s, I remember the season premiere. They had that song, "You Belong to the City."
Yes.
And it was, and visually that episode,
Yes.
Michael Mann and Miami Vice and Glenn Frey, all these things put together.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that show being the coolest.
Oh,
show.
without a doubt, the
I mean,
coolest show.
It was nothing like it.
No.
I mean,
no,
we watched
no.
television. Obviously, it wasn't the TV that we have now,
No.
which is actually better
Yeah.
back then. But when it was on, it was just everything about that show, the colors and the
Do you remember what night it was on?
Friday nights.
Friday nights.
NBC,
Every Friday
right?
night. I mean, I would actually be home on Friday
Yeah.
nights, and I was a young man, and I was home on Friday nights to watch Miami Vice. Then I'd go out after.
No, what I did.
father-in-law did the sound on the pilot.
Who did? Your brother-in-law?
My father-in-law.
Oh, your father.
Father-in-law. That's
His
right.
dad.
Right.
And then a good friend of his by the name of Michael Tromer ended up being the full-time sound man on that. My father-in-law turned it down because we had just had Nicholas, and he wasn't going to relocate down to Miami with a new
away from
grandson.
the grandchild, right?
And I said, "What the heck is wrong with you?"
And that show lasted a good, what was it?
Maybe 6 years, maybe.
6 years,
I
I
think
think.
about 6 years. But I mean, like all shows jump the shark.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
I
have
know
to.
that
You
one
have
did
to.
too. I mean, eventually you run out of
Material.
how many
Right.
things can you
If
do
you
with it?
stay the same, it's the same old crap.
Yeah.
The same old Crockett did this, Crockett did this. But if you don't expand,
Right. You have to, and
you have to. But at the
You have to add characters. You have to bring people in, make it interesting and stuff. And like I said, I mean, for 3 or 4 years, that show was just
Oh my
right there.
God.
It was
Yeah.
right
Well,
at
I
the
thought
top
they had a
of the
really
list.
good ensemble when it started because you had Crockett and Tubbs, and you had the two girls, and you had the two other cops.
Yep.
I know the gruff one.
Switek and
Yeah.
Zito.
Yeah.
Edward James Almost.
Edward James
Who was
almost is
amazing.
the lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Castillo.
And then you had, what's his name? Izzy.
Izzy.
Oh,
Oh,
He
yeah.
was comic relief
Connor,
too.
yeah.
Right. You also saw the crocodile.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Elvis.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Elvis.
so- I'll tell you, I mean, it was like it was an adult show.
Oh, yeah. It was definitely an adult show.
And I guess originally that show was supposed to be a spinoff of Hill Street Blues.
Right.
There's 2 characters from Hill Street Blues that were going to get their own show, but they thought it was kind of, they didn't think it, like Grant Tinker was kind of like, it's not going to work. Why didn't you take that idea and make it separate?
Right.
So it was like came from Hill Street Blues, the idea. Because they said,
And
who's going to
totally the
move to
opposite
Miami? Like, you 2 guys are going to move to Miami and get their own show? That's like what Laverne and Shirley did.
Yes.
And then, like you said, jump the shark.
Yeah.
It's
No,
stupid.
that was jumping the shark.
He said, take the idea, just switch the names.
Yep.
And Larry Wilcox came this close to being signed as Crockett.
Really? Probably wish he was.
Well, yeah, obviously
I
he
know
does wish
he
he was,
does.
but they
I'm
said
sure he wished he would.
that you're too associated with Chips.
Right.
Yeah, they said nobody's going to believe it.
No, nobody
You know,
would
now
believe
you're in Miami and you're this cool and
because he was never really cool.
you're right. Chips was
Yeah, but I mean-
Chips was a farce. It
Yeah.
was
I mean, yeah.
California Highway.
How can
I
you
mean,
go
can you
from
see anyone other than Don Johnson in that role?
No. Don Johnson was perfect for the role.
no.
He had, and he made famous that 5 o'clock shadow thing.
Right, because
'Cause he had
no one
nobody-
had this before.
No,
the 5
no,
O'Clock
no,
Shadow.
no.
And
And
the
he was the one who made it
and the
famous.
no socks. I was
No
watching
socks,
an
right.
interview with him, and he said that it was just hot down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Right.
When we were shooting, he said it was just so unbearably hot.
Right.
Yeah.
A
He
lot
said you did anything you could to stay cool. He
Right.
said,
And that was one of the things.
And that was one of the things. yeah.
I read that too, where a lot of that stuff wasn't like they didn't sit there and say let's create a style. It was just
No,
kind of like
no,
a
he
mistake.
just-
Johnson said, "I'm just going to put this, evening coat over
Coat
like a
it.
T-shirt, so I
Yeah.
can take it off quick." And
It was
and
perfect.
it worked. It all worked.
It worked. It was just a show that was before its time.
And they were deep. They were deep characters.
Oh,
So
yeah.
right from the pilot,
Yep.
they said these people have problems. They have flaws.
Yeah.
They've had girlfriends and wives, and they're not these perfect cops.
No, far
versus,
from it.
Like,
Every other cop show had been where they were perfect
Right.
cops.
yeah,
basically.
like,
right.
there was the good guys and the bad guys.
yeah,
Yes.
it's very simple.
They teetered
These
on
guys,
the
yeah,
edge.
they were.
Yeah.
That was NBC.
They were right up to the line,
Yes.
sometimes stepping over it to.
Well, NBC in the 80s was doing horrible, and they
Yeah.
brought in some guys like Stephen Baccio.
Well, they got their act together.
Well, they started bringing
This
these
is what Michael
character
Mann, I
driven.
think, did.
Was it?
Michael Mann, I think.
Michael
was
Mann did
Michael
Miami
Mann,
Vice.
yeah.
Stephen
Miami
Baccio
Vice.
did Hill Street
Steve
Blues.
Bochco did Hill
Blues.
Then
Street
later on,
Blues.
Bay City Blues.
Oh, and they also brought in. You remember didn't they also bring in the L.A. Law, which was a big hit, right? In the
LA
late
Law was-
80s.
Yeah, LA Law.
I mean, he
around
brought
then.
in. They went
Right.
hit after hit after hit after hit.
Because they were horrible. I mean,
Right.
Was St. Elsewhere theirs?
Yep.
St. Elsewhere was
Yes,
the
it
one
was.
too.
That
Right.
was
and
another
that was a
St.
good one.
Allegiance.
That was a good show, too.
Was a good show.
And that was Denzel Washington's first.
Denzel Washington, Ed Begley. What a cast, right?
Ed Begley Jr.
Yeah.
Um,
Howie Mandel.
Howie
Howie
Mandel.
Mandel, who's serious.
Yes.
He wasn't jumping around.
No,
I mean,
It was a
Stephen First from
Yep.
Animal House
Yep.
was there.
That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about Stephen
Oh
First.
my
Ellen Bry was in it.
Yep.
Yeah. They
I mean, again, they had boom, boom, boom. They had great shows because it was CBS before and ABC.
yeah.
They were fighting off.
Yeah,
at the
NBC
top.
was really having a tough time.
And NBC was sort of just falling
just-
behind. And then
right.
because it was ABC had Laverne and Shirley,
Right.
all those shows, and then of
Happy
course
Day, yeah.
Archie, and CBS had Maude,
Right,
had all those shows, Jeffersons and stuff. But they did have Red Fox. They did have
Well,
Sanford
yeah.
and Son was the only NBC show I remember us ever
But he
watching.
left. He left that show and
Right.
came back a few years
Came
later.
back here, yeah.
But it wasn't the same. That's like
No,
you always say the Redux isn't as funny.
no.
Yeah.
Red Fox left, wanted more money, then they put Grady in there.
They tried to put Grady, right. They should have gave more money.
Right.
Grady was okay. Grady was a good third banana.
But-
He was not a top
Right.
banana.
But then Red Fox came back. It was called Sanford.
Yeah, because his son had left to become a minister in real life.
Right. But then
He
they
got
tried
out
to
of the show business.
They try to hook up. Once again, jumping the shark. They try to hook him up with this white truck
Oh,
driver.
I
Kind of looked
remember
like
that.
you actually.
Yes, he did.
he did
when
look
I was
like-
heavy. When I was heavy.
But it
yes.
doesn't work. See,
No,
you can't.
you can't manufacture.
Whereas the X-Files, they brought it back, and I got to tell you, I watched the first episode.
I did
That
too.
was really good.
And it's only 6 episodes.
Right.
That's
but
it,
that's
and I
bringing
liked it.
everybody back. It's the whole cast.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
Well,
changing.
But there's a difference between bringing everybody back and recognizing that this is going to be a new
Yes.
endeavor.
Right.
And trying to bring everybody back and recapture
Wink,
Right.
wink.
what
Recapture
you
what they had
had.
before.
Right.
That's when I think you fail.
Yep.
Right.
That's when you jump to shark.
Yeah.
That's when the whole thing. And again,
It's like you're
And
trying to
when-
go
and
back
in
and
Happy
you're trying
Days-
to take that old playbook out
yep.
Yeah.
and see if you can run it. You can run those plays now, and
Yep.
Everybody's seen them.
Right, and the X-Files
Already.
Right, it's a natural growth because they broke up and they haven't seen each other in a while. It's a natural growth of the character.
You think about it. Think about some of the shows through history. How many shows have not jumped the shark? There's very few.
I mean,
They all, at one time or another, have just gone to the point where it's like, wow, really?
yeah.
And you shake your head and say, and great shows, too. I mean, great shows. MASH. I don't know if MASH ever truly jumped the shark, but towards the end, it did get sort of.
I mean, well,
It got preachy, but
they took like the Frank Burns character as far as they could take it.
Yes.
And whereas in the beginning,
Barrett face.
Hot Lips, Margaret
yes.
Houlihan, who had been, an unreasonable, I mean, she was a caricature
Yes.
in the beginning. By the end of the show, she's normal and responsible, and she's kind of fit in with
everything, right?
With everything.
like Klinger. Klinger, the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Klinger started out as completely nuts, and then by the end of the show, he's
Yes.
a normal guy.
He's wearing a baseball cap now. That was the big thing.
Yeah.
But I think,
Not wearing a dress.
but at the same time, he can't wear the dress all the time because it
Right,
wasn't
well, what
working.
more are you going to do with
No.
What more are you going to do with these people?
Right.
And when Larry Linville left the show, as
Yes.
much as they loved him as Frank Burns, and he was they said he was one of the nicest people you could ever
He
meet.
was
Yes.
the opposite of his character.
Yeah, the
Yes.
opposite of his character, and they brought David Ogden Stiers.
Totally
in.
different.
They said we can't make him another
Frank too.
No.
Yeah, another Frank. He
No.
and he can't be. I mean, so they bring this guy in and they say he's a brilliant surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very competent,
Yeah.
but he's a spoiled rich kid
Yes.
But at the
who
same,
always wants. He wants to get out too, just like
Right.
Klinger.
Yes.
Only
He wants to get out in a different way.
and depending on
different
the
way, yeah.
situation, he would build an alliance with you. But Frank
Right.
hated you. And when Frank
Yeah,
always
Frank
hated you,
always-
Frank hated
you didn't
those
like
guys.
that.
Yeah,
But David Ogen Stiers, Winchester, I think the
Yes,
character
Winchester,
was.
Major
yeah.
He would
Winchester.
hook up with Honeycutt, and they would
Yeah.
do something Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So it was it was different. The variable
every now
had
and then,
changed.
yeah, they get him to
Yeah.
play playing on a gag.
Right, and then that's why that show was smart. When Henry Blake left, you
Right.
don't have another Henry.
You
No,
know,
no,
yeah,
no,
You
you
bring
Potter.
in, you bring in
guy.
Sherman
who
Potter.
was a tough guy.
Yeah.
At
World
first.
War I, World War
first
II, and
2 or
then
3
who
years, and then
finally,
Yeah.
he lightened up. And of course, Radar helped lighten him
Radar.
up.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, what do you do with Radar after a while? What do you do? I
He
mean,
ended up going home to Iowa.
Well,
And they made a show for him.
never
And
worked
it,
out.
it never worked out.
never
Can't work.
worked
You
out.
can't. It can't because
So, I mean, they tried to do it. And it didn't make one.
They made a show after
After
MASH.
MASH.
After
for 2
MASH,
We
years.
had
yes.
Colonel Potter, Klinger,
Yep.
Father Mulcahy,
Yeah.
I think.
Father
was in
Mulcahy,
it.
right.
and it didn't do too well until the end when they brought in Radar
Right.
at the end. But
They brought
it's too
Radar
late.
back,
You
yeah.
can't.
From Iowa.
But
Remember he played his mother? You
He
remember
played his
this?
own mother,
He
yeah.
played his own mother with the Radar and Walter, and she's crying. And
right.
Well,
it's him.
She sent the film.
Yes, the film. That's it. And then he's sitting back
Right.
there, and everybody's watching it, and he got tears in his eyes. And then something came in, and they had an emergency.
Hey, hold that thought. We're going to go to a 45-second break, and we're going to be back with topics and then pictures of
And then
Middletown.
also, we want to let people know, former mayor here, Councilman Giuliano. is
Yep.
here.
All right. Back in 45 seconds.
You can take the nothing day, suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Where did you go when you should know it? With each glance and every little movement you show.
Mary Tyler Moore, right?
Mary
My daughter is
Tyler
Mary
Moore.
Tyler Moore. All right, let's go to the next topic,
Yes.
please. I don't remember what it was. What's the next topic?
I don't know.
I know what it is.
What's number 5? It's
Uh,
about yes?
No, that's coming.
Okay.
So, can we have the next topic? Batman versus Superman. It's a new movie out in March.
Yes.
Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Warner
March
Brothers.
23rd, is it?
Yeah, something like that.
March
16th or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
The studio is spending, I mean,
Big money.
this is their Star Wars. This
Yes.
is the Warner Brothers Star Wars.
Yes.
They're putting all their eggs in one basket on this one.
This is probably be close to $300 million movie.
I
With
would
their
assume
costs are
so.
going to be. It's going to be. It's
And
going
it
to be
looks
astronomical.
good.
It looks really good. And they're
Yeah.
bringing in Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Which I like.
Yeah. And they're treating her faithfully to the comic with the Greek mythology.
Yes. Yes.
That's what's good about that.
Yep. Yep.
You know, the shield, and
Yep.
she talks to Zeus and Athena.
Now, see, that's the thing you missed is they had Kevin Smith was on. They had a
Right.
special about what's coming up for DC Comics. And they're fighting in between each other. Batman and Superman are
Right.
fighting. And all of a sudden, someone's going to shoot something at him. And I won't say
Right,
who,
right,
because I
right.
want to keep, I
Yeah,
don't want
okay.
people. And boom, she puts out her shield
Yeah.
and blocks it. Is she with you? No. Is she
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you?
that-
No.
that's-
And it's one of those type of things. No, I thought she was with you.
No,
And so that's how they sort of introduce her into the thing.
and the whole versus thing. I
Yeah.
always caution people. I say, I've been reading comic books since the dawn of
Time?
my life. Yeah,
Yes.
and I'll tell you, I know why they're fighting, but
Yes.
it makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, and if you read The Dark Knight Returns or anything like that, there's a
But this
reason.
is all the start for the Justice League. That's what this is
Look at
all
the title, the
Yeah.
Dawn of Justice.
Dawn of
Dawn of
Justice,
Justice,
right.
right? So,
So, and they got to catch up to Marvel. I mean, let's be really serious here. I mean, Marvel's had a big head start,
of course. Well,
and they sort of,
they-
they ran on Spider-Man, which was part again.
they have Spider-Man now.
Now they have Spider-Man.
Because Sony
before, Sony
released.
had it before.
Sony negotiated the rights to Spider-Man to go back to Marvel.
Right.
Remember I was talking about all those North Korean leaks?
Yes.
That's what they leaked.
Right.
They tried to ruin the American entertainment industry.
Yes.
I mean,
Of course, they also said
and they were right. They were
Yeah.
right about that.
Yeah, they were.
When they hacked our computers, they hacked Sony.
Yeah.
They released all those emails.
Yeah.
So, crazy. I
Yeah, but
mean,
we live on leaks. We don't care.
I know.
Nah.
So
No,
you-
but I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to it.
I think Seb wants to see George Reeves versus Adam West. That's
Yeah, that would have been, yeah.
I mean,
Actually, I would have liked that. That would have been pretty cool.
Right.
Bang, boom. Da-da-dum. Faster than speed and bullet.
George Reeves
Oh, yeah,
is
that was
underrated.
I mean,
now.
Yes,
those
he is.
were,
He's very good.
black and whites, where they said the actual colors of the costume
Mhm.
were like brown
And gray.
and gray or brown and maroon, so they would photograph.
Right.
You would get the contrast
Yes.
on a black and white film.
I've seen those
Whereas
uniforms.
if you went with the blue and the red,
You
it
wouldn't have
you
got.
wouldn't have picked it
Yeah.
up.
That makes sense.
In fact,
Makes
he-
perfect sense.
George had a regular Superman costume with the primary colors for appearances.
For
Right, of
appearances.
course.
Right, and later on they filmed like the last season was in color.
Color, right.
But you're absolutely correct, Mayor. Yeah, they and if you look at the Ben Affleck movie,
Mhm.
Hollywoodland,
Yes.
where he plays George
He plays
Reeves,
George
they
Reeves.
show him in that
That's
gray
right.
costume.
That great costume. That's right.
That's a great movie. That is a
Think
great
about
movie.
something. Think
Yes.
this how it comes full circle.
know.
He played Superman
Yes.
off screen, and now he's playing Batman.
That's
Yeah.
So it's just a full
yeah,
circle.
that's wild.
You
That's
see,
wild
that is,
stuff.
That is
yeah.
good. Good catch.
But Hollywoodland is very film noir, the way they film.
Oh, yes.
They have the Adrian Brody character as the investigator,
Yep.
and he's he drinks, he smokes, and he's a gumshoe, and he's trying to figure out who murdered George Reeves, if there was a murder.
Right.
And they give you 3 different scenarios,
Right.
which is cool, So I don't know, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
But all
But
right.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to make big money,
Oh,
I think.
well, it'll make big money.
It'll make
I don't
big
think
money.
it'll make Star Wars money.
No, I don't think anything's going to make Star
I
Wars
don't think
money.
so.
No, I mean, Star Wars is pushing $1 billion local in the U.S., North
Yeah.
America, and $1 billion worldwide.
Star Wars is just
Star Wars is phenomenal.
insane.
It is.
They could,
And
but,
they're still, and they're
but they
still
could
making-
release a piece of Play-Doh and say Star Wars in front of
Yeah.
a movie. They would go.
Well, yeah, as long as they don't put Jar Jar Binks, they're fine.
All right, we got to move on. We got 17 minutes.
We have our own Jar Jar Binks.
All right.
Well,
Well,
lesser.
oh, is that necessary? Is that necessary? All right. So
Let's get to the meat of the potatoes.
let's get it. Yeah, let's show some photos
Yes.
of Middletown years ago. And some of these photos we don't even know. We were arguing about where they. Oh, that one. Look at that. Look at that photo.
It's a good photo.
That's the corner of Main and Washington.
Yeah.
Yep.
It certainly is.
That's where ESCA is now. That
Yep.
was, when I was little, that was a J.C. Penney
Yeah.
building. And next to it, the one you see next to it was Montgomery Ward's.
Montgomery Ward,
What
right.
do they do there? Was that
It was a big department store.
Oh, really?
Yep.
One level or?
No,
No, it was multiple. Wasn't it?
multi-levels.
3 levels or something like that at the time?
3 or 4.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Because there was a gas station behind there. Remember the old gas
Gas
station?
station and car dealership.
Car dealership, yep. And then across the street was the
Yeah, that
restaurant.
gas station, they used to sell TVRs.
Really?
It was a TVR dealership.
I didn't know. I did not
A
know
British
that.
sports car. I mean, try to
Yes.
find them now.
Yeah, you can't find one now.
TVR.
Yeah, I remember that gas station.
Yeah.
I remember going
Look
there
at
for
that. Look at
gas.
that. We got our pictures next to the picture. I love that. Good
Nice.
job, Marco.
There you
Picture
go.
in picture.
All right, let's go to the next picture. Oh, there's Main Street.
Of course,
It's
that's-
all of us
There's
1962.
Sears.
1962 Main Street. Yeah.
1962.
Okay, 1962.
Yeah.
You can see the facade of the Capitol Theater.
Yeah.
And next to that is that building still there, the Pythian Building, where Ford News is in it,
Ford- right.
and Typhoon is in it.
Yep.
Back then it was, in 1962, there was a pharmacy in there.
Okay.
That's right. Was it Rex?
Liggets.
No. Okay,
Liggets,
Liggets,
yeah.
which was a Rexall pharmacy.
Rexall Pharmacy, right.
But it was, the name of the store was Liggets.
And of course, just right at the block from there was Woolworths.
Bunce's, James H. Bunce Company.
Yep.
And the white facade after that was Rubles.
Rubles, that's right.
Rubles, right. That was a store too, right?
I
Then
went
you
to
had
school with the
Woolworths,
Yeah, Woolworths, yeah,
Kresge's.
Woolworths,
Remember
Kresge's.
Kresge's?
Yep.
Kabashniks back then? or no?
No, there was no
that was
Kabashniks.
after.
No Kabashniks. Amato's was on that side of the street.
That's right.
What about Camps? Was that there?
Camps Camps was there.
Yep.
And now it's Camps Restaurant.
Now it's Camps Restaurant.
Which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Are they open now?
Yes, they are. They're open. And actually, there's an event there Sunday
Sunday, yeah.
for the Trees of Honor where they're going to do
They're going to do a bipartisan straw poll.
straw poll. And it's to benefit, it's $10. It's to benefit the Trees of Honor. We can actually say that because it is benefiting a
A nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
It's
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
a campaign, it's Connecticut Trees of Honor.
No
Trees of
campaigning.
Honor. No, it's no campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go on to the next photo. Al's Tire Shop. I don't know where that is, but it was listed under Middletown.
Probably on Washington Street.
Yeah.
I was going to say probably on Washington Street. That
I think
makes
that's
sense.
on Washington
Where,
Street. Probably where Victor's is now.
You think it was, okay, where Victor's is? Okay, I
Marco
thought it was
thought-
across the street where the, remember the gas station across the street used to have the old pumps and stuff out there?
Marco thought it was.
Where the Toyota place used to, where the Toyota, not Toyota, where the, yeah, it's a Toyota, it's a car dealer right
Marco
there.
thought it was the Paul's Auto Body on the old Route 9, going towards Higginham. But I don't know. I don't know. This is from the Middletown Historical Archives.
Okay.
I mean, I don't recall anything out that would have been out
Yeah, I
there
don't, yeah,
I'm guessing it's the
that were
50s.
anything other than junkyards.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's,
And the
that
Democratic
could be
headquarters,
the early 60s too, because.
Well, those are 1950s cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are 50s cars, but then, I don't know if they're new, and it could be, like I said, it could be late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Only 'cause I'm looking at the bus back there.
I thought it would be fun to show the.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
That's
I
either where
like it.
Victor's was or where Custom Carpet used to be.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
Oh,
that
I
was-
know where
right
you're,
back
I know what
there,
you're talking about.
where
So
like
the
Palmer
Five
Field
Guys.
would have been behind
Yeah,
it.
where
Five Guys is
Yep,
there, yeah.
yep.
Yeah, I think you could be right, actually.
All right, next picture.
Yes, please.
Oh, Squeaks.
Squeaks.
Where's that?
No, I
That's
don't think that, Squeaks was on East Main.
East Main.
Squeaks?
Was that Squeaks or was that Halls?
I don't think that's Halls.
No, I think that's
Halls was
maybe-
on Main Street.
it's on Main. Oh, well,
Well,
Squeaks was on East Main.
East Main Street, right?
Halls
right. I
was
remember.
on Main.
Yep. Maybe that is Halls.
but Halls is on Main.
That doesn't.
Is that St. Francis behind it or no? The St. Francis Church?
Geez, you know what that looks like? That almost looks like. It does look like that, but I'm just trying to think. Because I remember I've been to Squeaks. I don't know, maybe that's not Squeaks though. But I remember going to Squeaks.
What was Squeaks? Was a diner, I would have
Yeah,
said.
it was a diner. Yes, it was. I mean,
You know where the,
cheap,
you know
good
where
food.
the ABC Women's Center is?
Yes, that's where it
On
was.
East Main, their parking lot.
Yes, was
is
where
where
Squeaks,
Squeaks was.
Yep.
Wow.
But it was a rail car diner, sort of like
Yep.
that.
Yeah. So,
Yep. So it's either Halls
It's
or
either
that, but it
Halls
was
or
one of the two.
Squeaks.
Yep.
where was Halls? Main Street?
Halls was on Main Street,
But they moved
South End.
Yes.
Well, Halls moved into Metro Square.
later
right.
on, though. Right?
When all that
Yeah.
Yes.
area got.
when they
Halls
got rid of
was
Center
near.
Street.
I'm trying to think. Halls was pretty close to what used to be. Remember Messina Motors,
I don't, but.
the Oldsmobile dealership.
Oh
on
yeah, yeah,
Main
yeah. The
Street?
Oldsmobile
Oh, yeah, I
dealership.
do
Yeah, I
know, I
know
do.
exactly what you're talking
Right
about.
on
Yep.
Main Street.
Yep.
Halls was very close to that.
That's where
if I
El Luce
remember.
is. El Luce, right?
No.
No, no, no.
Was
Down,
it?
down.
That
north.
was a car dealership, right?
No, but you're
Where
that's
Luce
the
is, that was a
Cadillac
Buick
dealer.
Cadillac
Buick.
Buick Cadillac.
This
You're-
is
you're
this was
going
almost
down
down
to
to the
where-
YMCA.
Right, you're down
Oh.
right down towards the Y. You're a block from like the two bakeries, New York and Schaefer's too. We're right- one
They
block
were
away.
yeah, they were about yeah.
Yeah, about a block away. I remember going there and getting a giant chocolate and vanilla
it's
cookie.
Squeaks,
That was
That
Halls
was
Diner.
New York Bakery. It was
Yeah,
big,
oh,
but they
God,
used to call
those
them
things-
Chinese drop cookies.
called. Yes. Oh my God.
They were like that big around,
Oh yeah.
half frosted
Yep.
in chocolate, the other half
Yeah.
frosted in,
Oh my
in
God.
white.
What'd
They
you
were
call
so
them?
good.
What do you guys call them?
We called them Chinese drop cookies. Why we called them that, I have no idea.
That's true.
I don't think they were Chinese.
No, and it was either I
They
could
weren't
either get
cookies.
that- I could either get that or an eclair, and I always got that. My dad got the eclairs. I love those. Those were great.
All right. Oh, there's another picture of Main Street.
That's Washington
Yep.
and Main block again.
Yep.
That was Kresge's
Yep.
right on the corner,
Right on the
and you
corner,
can see
yep.
Woolworth next to it.
yeah,
Yep.
these pictures. are
Again,
wa-
pictures I want to say from the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Look at that car. I love the Woody. The Woody. See the Woody
Woody.
car? I love that.
And once in a while, you see pictures of cars from the 40s during the war, and the bumpers are wood.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, because
Looking at some
steel
of these
was.
pictures,
Yeah. You couldn't use steel.
Right. for the war effort.
Well, there weren't too many cars built during the war because, I mean, most of those factories were turned over to war
military,
production.
Yeah, absolutely. It was
They were building, I mean, General Motors was building tanks. So was Chrysler
Yeah.
right,
at the
absolutely.
time.
So war, yeah, so cars were becoming less and less. All right, let's see if we have another photo.
I think we do.
We have a lot of them.
Okay.
Now this one,
Huh.
I like this one. It was.
I do too.
There's a candid of the two young girls.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you where the heck it was.
I love the haircuts. They got the
And
Dutch boy type haircuts.
1950s car.
Yeah.
But that haircut
think
seems
that
like it
had
was
to be a side
more
I thought it was behind St. John's. I don't know. But
1960s.
I don't know why. Or up by Remington Rand, maybe. Or
Well, there's a
something.
Coca-Cola sign.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see that.
And I'm trying to-
Stairs.
But I figured you guys would know
No,
more
you
than
know
me.
what it
What
might
that
be?
building with the tower is in the back, is that,
Yeah, that could be off of Main Street though, somewhere. I'm thinking.
was that, I mean,
Oh,
that's no, that wouldn't be the old Russell Library building while the tower was still there.
maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Huh.
These pictures are great.
Beats, I mean,
It is great pictures.
the cars I can tell from the 1950s.
Yep.
56 maybe, 57. But some of the pictures didn't have. There's another one.
There's a VW bus.
But that's 70s, right? Because the bus tells me that's from the 60s.
VW bus, that could be 70s or 60s.
60s, could be
60s. Oh,
60s.
60s,
Yeah, could
yeah.
be 60s. Of course, they had the 60s. They had one where they had the top of the VW bus actually came up, and then like you could sleep up above there.
No, they're making new VW
Oh, yeah.
buses, right?
Oh, yeah.
New type. But
But that's pretty cool too.
that looks like a religious building.
It is. The church.
Yeah.
It might have been.
One way.
Yeah. Like it's funny on the website, some of the pictures.
Trying to think if that was on.
That's not the church. No, it's not on right off of Main Street. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Well, there's a church on Court Street, but that's not it.
That's not it.
Right.
No.
Although I think that is probably not too far from that neighborhood.
No.
You mean like Lee Cola, that area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Huh.
Oh, okay. This
Ah.
one.
Alfredo's Riverside. That building's still there, just
Yeah.
deteriorating.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
shame. I do remember, you were mayor, so you remember this. Didn't they at one time offer to move him off of there and put him somewhere else? I remember it was before your time, I think.
It was before me.
Yeah, and then they offered
and-
to put him somewhere else, and then, I don't know, something happened, he got sick or something like that. But that was actually really good food.
Oh, I love to go.
He had
I
excellent food. He had excellent food, and what was a shame was that the Middletown restaurant boom comes, and here's a guy who had weathered
Yeah.
Oh,
all the bad days,
Oh, yeah.
and he misses out on
Yes.
the restaurant boom.
I think what killed him, meaning the business, was Route 9 because it was hard to get. You couldn't go behind St. John's. And
Right. You
there's
actually had to
there's no
go
way
down
get
to the
there.
Cromwell exit, turn
Yeah.
around, and come back. That's
Yeah.
what you would have to
That
do.
was hard. That was.
I mean, you could cut across, but you were taking your life in your hands
Yeah.
if you did.
I got hit cutting across there, so yeah, I know how tough that was. I got slammed.
I remember walking in there. I remember it was like walking into a movie set. You felt
Oh,
like
no.
you were really in
No,
1956.
it was great food.
Great food, yeah. I
Really
mean,
good
you
food.
had lobsters, stuffed
Oh,
lobster
2 for
specials.
lobsters. I mean, that was
Oh,
my
yeah,
big
2
deal.
for 1 lobsters.
Yeah.
And his, remember shrimp Alfredo?
Oh my God, that was good food.
No, I would assume they opened in the 30s. I don't know. I don't know the history of it. But
Many years ago.
they're open for years.
Oh, yeah.
I was in college.
I think it was after the war.
Yeah.
Right. So you
So
think
in
it
the-
was the 40s?
Because Alfredo was an ex-Marine.
Okay, so probably late
Now,
40s.
That's his son is Middletown police officer,
Oh, really?
Toro.
Paulie Maturo.
Oh, Paulie.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Jeez.
Yeah, that's
knew
Paulie's
him.
dad.
Right.
That's right. I knew Paul from back in the day.
Tall guy.
Yeah,
Lieutenant,
With black hair.
Lieutenant now, isn't he?
Lieutenant Maturo.
Yep.
in there, yeah.
Lieutenant Maturo.
All
Oh,
right.
that's a good one. I like that one.
I
Good
remember
memories.
taking my dates there in the 90s, going there, and they were like blown away because
Oh, the food was just
you
so
know,
good.
Oh, you kidding? I would go there with Paula, and she'd of all the places we could have gone.
Yeah.
Loved going there.
yeah, I did too. I
'Cause
always
the food
felt
was so good,
very comfortable.
and they didn't skimp on the portions.
No, you
It
got
was
good.
always
You got what you
good.
paid
I
for.
felt like Martin Scorsese was going to come out and start filming something. Seriously,
Yeah.
it was so neat.
Yeah.
It was definitely a time warp.
Yeah, that's a shame.
All right, next one. This is a postcard from the state hospital, the pre-CVH title
It's
there.
before they called it CVH.
Yes,
It's
before
they
they
had a
State
postcard.
Hospital.
I don't know if I would buy a postcard and send it to my friends.
Yes.
I don't know.
This is where I'm at. Look at the beautiful campus.
know.
Vivian Vance Drive.
Vivian, yeah, Vivian.
Well,
that's right.
Vance Drive, yeah. Was it her brother
I think, yeah.
that was
No.
a patient there, and she would visit?
her. She was there.
Well,
Because the only reason I know this for a
Yeah.
fact is because my dad worked there. and she had an area, and she was there. She had a nervous breakdown, and she was there for a while.
Was it
And
her? 'Cause
his friend, she was a nurse up there. She was a charge nurse, and she took care of her. She helped take care of her. She had a
I did
breakdown.
not know that.
She had a
I always
breakdown.
thought she gave money or something.
No, she did, but she
gave-
had a breakdown.
Could be true. I don't doubt it.
Because the way I heard it was her brother was there, and she would visit him quite often up there, and she was so appreciative of the way that
Right.
that they treated him that she did give a lot of money, and they named Vance Drive.
Which was a wonderful thing for them to do.
You know.
But there was a lot different back then, and now they got buildings up
Well,
there.
that it was a self-sufficient operation up there.
Yep,
Yeah.
They grew their own vegetables.
yep, that's right.
They had the pig farm,
Yep.
the egg farm,
The cemetery. Cemetery.
chicken. You know, the chicken coops
Yep,
were
chicken
up there.
coops, I remember that.
So and
Right up from
the-
Long River
The
Village.
patients did all that themselves.
Yep.
All the food they ate, they grew
Very therapeutic.
on there, and the patients pretty much had a very large hand in operating the day-to-day
Sure.
things that you would do.
Yep.
Wow.
You know,
And
then
they'd
they
been there
stopped
forever,
doing
too.
that. They said that was abuse of the patients, and then they just put them in there and they just medicated them.
Once again,
Yeah, just medicated them.
there's
That was
your-
it.
that's your
Yeah.
3
progressive
minutes, I got
politics.
5 on my
Yeah.
thing.
Progressive politics. All right, let's go to the
Ray?
next one.
We got 3 minutes,
This is the old, well, it's still there, the
It's still
railroad
there.
bridge.
Railroad
Yep.
bridge. Yeah.
which got stuck open a couple times and drained through
That
it
was
all.
also made famous by Billy Joel
I
and
was just
River
right.
River
Dreams.
Dreams,
River
absolutely.
Dreams, yeah.
Come on over in Portland.
on over.
The come on
Portland.
over sign. That was
Yeah.
the old come on over sign before it collapsed. and they had to
Right,
put a
and
new one
the
up.
Yeah.
old one was better.
Yeah, the old one was much
I
nicer.
agree.
All right, next one. All right, I like this one. Now, this is
Pelton's.
from Pelton's, and they had their own cough drops.
They made their own, yeah.
Yeah, they have. Look at that.
Stop the cough.
American Cough Drops, always reliable. C.A. Pelton Property, proprietor,
cool.
Middletown,
Proprietor.
Middletown,
Yep.
Connecticut.
That
yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was it? I know you had another
Oh,
one.
right there. There's Billy's new car.
Yes. 1 horsepower.
That's, I think, from 1868.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. I bet.
And they had to stand still because
Where's,
when you took
where's the
pictures back
parking
then,
meter?
you
Where's the parking meter?
I don't know.
Yeah, the
Gene,
guys-
Gene, where are you? Where's Fred?
They were there.
They were there waiting to
Got the- getting ready to tag him. Yeah.
Oh,
All right, next
God.
one.
That was the armory.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, remember
Now, the
that.
facade is there,
Yeah.
but that was the roof. That was the old drill shed in the center.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. It's the old
And
armory.
Middletown High used to play their basketball games.
Basketball
there
games,
Right,
because
they
the
did.
gym was so small on
Right.
the Court
Yes.
Street School.
Yep.
The
Oh, yeah,
gym
that
was way
yeah.
too small there.
Yeah, way too small. That was a much bigger
So
gym.
they played there. Used to call that the Tiger Pit.
Tiger Pit. That's right. I remember that.
I went to a gun show there once when I was very little.
Really?
I never saw guns like that before. I
Oh,
was
yeah, they had
young. And they had
incredible
someone
stuff.
dressed as Smokey the Bear, which made no sense to me. But
Oh, I just want to add one thing
Yeah, go
before. Oh, okay. There's dirt roads.
Main Street
we're going
without
back to
pavement.
that, people. We're
Yeah.
going back to
Going back to dirt roads.
What do you- what do
No,
you
we
wanna say?
actually. No, I know we got like 2 minutes left because he gave us a 3-minute mark, so we're down to
It's the old
2.
courthouse.
I just want to remind people out there. Next week, next Friday is my show. We will be back here again. I don't know if we'll all be back here.
Okay.
And want to let people know also. Call up Comcast and tell them we want yes back.
Oh, yes.
Get yes back. Yeah,
Get yes.
We got what,
We've-
about a month before pitchers and catchers
Yes,
reports?
pitchers
so we
and
better
catchers.
get this
It's
thing
February.
straightened out.
Call.
Seriously.
Seriously. And
Write
I
your
called
letters.
them and they said, well,
It's the negotiations. That's what they
It's
told
always
us.
the
'Cause
negotiations.
I'm on the
Listen.
cable. There,
we want it.
there are 4 people in this building right now from the Cable Advisory Board, and we brought it to the attention of the general manager.
Yes.
And all we were told was it's in negotiations.
All I have to say is this. We pay big money for our
Big
Comcast.
money.
We want our Yes network.
When I got Comcast, we got yes.
Yes, that was part of the reason for it.
That's why people want it.
Can I get yes?
Yes.
Okay.
If not, DirecTV will be getting a call. No.
All right. Oh, my God. Oh, hey, look at
Look at Tyler.
Let's show one more photo here.
right, one more.
That
The flood of 38.
1938.
Oh, yeah, I
I
do
took
want
it
to see
down.
this. Where's the
Put
flood
that
of
back
38?
up. What are we doing here?
Hey,
Flood of 38. Yo! So we get nothing.
Now we got nothing.
What the hell?
horrible.
You know, the flood of 38. We got 1 minute left. Show us the flood of 38.
Put the picture up.
Come on.
Don't make me come back there.
Uh-oh, Marco. Be all
There
over.
we go. Well, there it is.
There it is. Flood of
flood of
38. Man, look at that.
Yeah. That was, I think they still have the mark on Hartford Avenue.
Hartford New Avenue Bridge, right.
Going under the
Railroad
railroad
bridge.
bridge. It was almost up to the railroad bridge.
It was almost up to the cemetery up there, too, which was a kicker. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
that was a long time ago in 1938. My grandfather, I remember him telling me about that, how high the water was.
Yeah.
It was like, that's incredible. I do remember in '84 being over the Route 9.
Yeah,
And
that
up
covered
to the
Route 9.
second-story window of.
It was just the roof of Harbor Park
Harbor
Restaurant
Park
was
Restaurant,
sticking out of the
that's it.
water.
All
I
right.
remember throwing a football on Route 9.
Yeah,
That's how
it was
local that
across both lanes of Route 9.
Yes, yes.
So 9 was completely shut down there.
Completely shut down.
All right, we'll continue this conversation Friday on Billy's show.
Yes.
If-
Okay.
If you want to. So,
Sure.
All right.
We like the picture, so take care. See you next week. I don't know what else.
Yes. Vote. Say
Vote
yes to
for
yes. Yes to yes.
Yes to yes. Yes, 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 yes.